Hey, 8th graders. We finished chapter 8 last week, and then you did the 10 fossils assignment for today, and now we are going to review and then take a quiz on chapter 8. So our vocab words: species, a group of similar organisms that can mate with each other and produce offspring that can also mate and reproduce. Fossil, the preserved remains or traces of an organism that lived in the past. Adaptation, an inherited behavior or physical characteristic that helps an organism survive and reproduce in its environment. Evolution, change over time, the process by which modern organisms have descended from ancient organisms. Scientific theory, a well-tested explanation for a wide range of observations or experimental results. Natural selection, the process by which organisms that are best adapted to their environment are most likely to survive and reproduce. Variation, any difference between individuals of the same species. Homologous structures are structures that are similar in different species and that have been inherited from a common ancestor. Gradualism, pattern of evolution characterized by the slow and steady accumulation of small genetic changes over long periods of time. Punctuated equilibrium, pattern of evolution in which long, stable periods are interrupted by brief periods of more rapid change. So from lesson 1, the 2 key points: Darwin hypothesized that species change over many generations and become better adapted to new conditions. Darwin proposed that over a long time, natural selection can lead to change. Helpful variations may accumulate in a species while unfavorable ones may disappear. And then we had just kind of like a variety of factors that can affect different species. So artificial selection, natural selection, overproduction, competition, selection, environmental change, genes, and natural selection. So you won't need to know necessarily what they are for the quiz, but I might select a few and ask you if those are factors. So which one is not, or which one is a factor that can affect species. From lesson 2, fossils, patterns of early development, similar body structures and similarities in DNA and protein structures all provide evidence that organisms have changed over time. And then by examining fossils, scientists can infer the structures of ancient organisms. And finally, lesson 3, a new species can form when a group of individuals remains isolated from the rest of its species long enough to evolve different traits that prevent reproduction. Scientists have developed 2 patterns to describe the pace of evolution: gradualism and punctuated equilibrium, which were 2 of the vocab words. And then isolation, or complete separation, occurs when some members of a species become cut off from the rest of the species. One way this can happen is when a natural barrier, such as a river, separates group members. So please complete the Chapter 8 quiz. Again, this is going to be a lot of vocab because it's a heavy vocab chapter. But other questions, like I said, for the one from lesson 1, and possibly some true-false questions about the key points. Please let me know if you have any questions, and have a wonderful day.